Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Isla. I'm a psychic interpreter and I bring you messages from Source. This is your message today. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, well, so I'll address this quickly. I have had some pretty major technical difficulties in the last week. So it's been a handful of days since I posted last. As you can see, Source has some things to say. Oh shit. You're getting your shit done. So, we're getting this really big reminder that you are magic and you create your reality. You are in charge of what gets presented in your life and what gets given to you and the challenges that get given to you and the solutions that get given to you and the things that are easy and the things that are hard and the things that are great and the things that are bad. They all come from you. You create them all, which means you can get rid of them also. But you're doing this growth at the moment. So I think what's happening is that just recently you've been working on kind of understanding what exactly it is that you want, because though creation is easy and subconscious for you, it's hard to create what you want if you don't know what it is that you want. So you've been going through this growth of kind of learning and recognizing what it is that you do want and what you want to be working towards and what you want to be creating. And you're kind of in a lot better of a place now. I think there's still some fine tuning, but you definitely have a way better understanding of what it is that you want. And you're starting to work towards it. You're taking the first steps towards creating the things that you want to create. And just kind of learning that you can control the manifestation. So obviously there's going to be some training wheels. There'll be some issues for a little while as you kind of get used to it. As you kind of get used to how to do it and how to do it on purpose and how to not do it and how to not do it on purpose, as you kind of figure out those fine-tuning skills, it'll get cleaner and easier. I got distracted from what I was saying, so not that important, I guess. So there's definitely a push of, this push of, you've kind of been really back and forth about a lot of things, so that the clarity in what it is that you want hasn't been very easy for you. You are working on it. You are going in the right direction, but you've been very back and forth. With your manifestation, you have a warning. As you start to understand that you can create literally anything in your life, from love to money to abundance to a new car to a fancy house to good friends to bad friends, oh my God, my apologies, it requires some attention. I've moved. You're sitting in his spot. I'm sorry. Again, distraction. So again, and the noise. There was noise that stopped when I started recording this. So you're getting a lot of shit thrown at you right now. Very, very easily distracted. So you've got, one, get clear on what you want, and then stick to it. Stick to it and give it time to come to fruition. But we have the warning of, as you learn how magic you are and how easy it is for you to create these things, you start getting tempted to create things that aren't necessarily for your highest good. So it's taking everything with a grain of salt and always working towards your highest good. And when you're in doubt, you need to connect with Source. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry. The air, the guy, The guy was very close. Stay focused on what's your highest good and what's best for you. Only bring in what is best for you. If you have any doubts, contact your spirit team, chat to your spirit team, and ask for specific messages to be clear about if that's something that's right for you. I am getting a lot of warning about receiving, so don't get greedy with this. As the magic comes, what you give, you can have, but just be careful that you're not out of balance in either direction. So make sure that you're not giving too much, or you're not creating too much for other people, or you're not giving too much of yourself and not receiving enough, or that you are receiving too much, or you are asking for too much and you're bringing in too much for just yourself, and nobody else is benefiting from it. So it's this warning of making sure that you have this balance of what goes out comes in, and what comes in goes out. Like it needs to be this even cycle. And I think that will be an easiest thing for you to do with your community. So just making sure that your wins are our wins instead of they're my wins. You know what I mean? Like just making sure that all the money that comes in to you and your community benefit from, not only you, but that's, and I think obviously because it's come with the warning, at your core, that's not who you are or what you want. But sometimes our human lizard brains, our 3D, get distracted by the shiny things and go, oh, rad, I want more of that. I want more of that. Give me some of that, and that kind of thing. And it takes a little while to go, oh, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing with that. I'm not happy. Like, it takes a little while because sometimes the shiny things are enough for a little while. And then you kind of hit a certain point and go, oh, the shiny things aren't enough anymore. I need to do something good with this. And then there's a whole cycle of going, oh, I should have been doing this the whole time. I should have had, like, everyone should have been benefiting. Like, the whole process. Let's get, the universe has your back. Is what this deck is. Oh yeah. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amidst the discomfort. So, okay. And give me what that one was. Only taking the one. When I am in alignment with love, with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So this comes with the warning of when you are manifesting, remember you are not in charge of how it comes to you. The universe is, or source is, right? So when I say, I want $500, universe, give me $500. And if I do all the work to show that I deserve the $500 and the proof of what I'm going to do with the $500 and that the $500 goes to my community and myself and multiple people benefit and the process, then I need to sit back and allow the universe to bring that $500 to me. Sometimes that means you get offered a job and you'll get the $500, but you'll work for it. So it's this, so when we're looking at things like personal growth, like I want to show more unconditional love, then it means that your relationships start to challenge you, because people do things to show you, to give you an excuse to not show them unconditional love, and to go, you know what, that was really shitty of a thing for you to do to somebody else. Or like you get put in these kind of like morally grey areas where suddenly you have to start making a decision towards giving them unconditional love or going no, or being able to release them with unconditional love and go, okay, you're not in my orbit anymore, but I still have complete love for you. Like you start getting put in these really challenging positions to go, well, you want to show more unconditional love, you want to have more unconditional love, so I'm going to put you in positions that allow you to show that you can give unconditional love, and that's most challenging when they're shitty positions. So you need to recognize that when you ask for something, sometimes life will turn into a little bit of mayhem. Sometimes life will get wild. But that's part of bringing in what it is that you're asking for. So, sorry, sometimes it's not always a nice, easy, clean, fun path. Sometimes it's treacherous. But you have to trust that it all works towards the same thing. It's all going towards your manifestation. My cat. Okay, he can sit there. Sorry, you can't see him, but you might see his tail eventually. But anyway, so you just need to trust that you and the universe are working towards the same thing. And that thing is freedom. I hope that they never look clear to me from this direction, so I hope that you can read them. But that says freedom, number 17. So trusting that so I feel like the end goal for you, as it is for most spiritual beings, is just being able to live authentically and being able to be who they are and offer what they're supposed to be offering, what fuels them, what inspires them, like being able to give and receive and, like being who they are with no shame. And that kind of brings a certain amount of freedom to oneself when you can live your life that way with no doubts, with no fear, with like yeah, so I'm seeing I'm seeing you've got some type of fear around something money making. So and this would make sense because you are my collective, and this is what I also am struggling with, or learning, that you're allowed to make money from your spiritual guidance and your spiritual practice. So my biggest mindset is that back in the day when a spiritual guider or a spiritual leader was highly valued amongst the community, that was their job. They didn't do the hunting, they didn't do the gathering, they didn't do the raising. Their job was to advise with spiritual guidance, and they would then be provided for by the community. So the community would feed them and house them and clothe them, and that would be how that person would survive. They would contribute to the community with advice and spiritual guidance, and the community would provide. We don't live in that time anymore. So it's this real shift for us to understand that when the community provided, then it was they'll feed you, they'll house you, they'll clothe you. When the community provides to you now, it's they pay you. For most people, that is the easiest form of exchange. To go, I spend time at my desk, at my job, out on the road. I do my job to earn money so that I can give that money. That's the exchange that people want to do. So it's the, I've already put in the work to receive the shiny tokens, and I can give the shiny tokens to you, and that's what I put in that work for. That's what I dedicated those hours towards being able to provide for you, but I trust you to be able to look after yourself. Like that's, so it's this change of going, the community doesn't provide for you anymore. They don't provide things and services for you anymore. They provide you with money now so that you can get those things and services yourself. So it's this argument of going, the spiritual work that you need to be doing, or the spiritual guidance, or the manifestation and the things that you do energetically that we're working towards, those things you're allowed to be paid for, and you should be paid for. Because when you provide a service to a community, you get paid for it. When a mechanic fixes your car, they provide a service to the community, to you, a member of the community, and you pay them for it. When a psychologist sits with you and listens to your troubles and they give you guidance and advice to you, a member of the community, they get paid for it. So when you provide a service to a community, you get paid for it. Sometimes that line gets a little grey in a spiritual kind of work because some people value it and some people don't. That's fine. But your community that you provide this service for values it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming to you for it. So you provide a service to your community that you should be paid for. So you need to be shifting your mentality around accepting money for the things that you provide, for the services, for the advice, for the love, the support, the safe space, the art, whatever it is that you're providing to the community. What you provide, you should be paid for, because it is a service to the community. And this is the talk of balance. What I give, I receive. What I give to the community, a service I give to the community, I then have to receive something to keep it in balance. In this modern day, it's easiest for people to give money to receive a service. So if you provide the service, you receive the money. That is the easiest and smoothest way for this modern age to work. So yeah, you really need to shift your mentality about it, because I think that's been a big struggle for you. And it is this talk, Spirit is saying that this thing that you have, you're not providing to the community because you are getting told that you should be paid for it by people who love you and value you. They go, no, if you're going to supply that, you need to be paid for it. And so you have built this little blockage because you're being told you should be paid for the service. You just want to provide the service. And so you're not providing the service at all because you should be paid for it and you don't want to ask people to pay you for it. So you're not providing the service. So you've created this weird blockage that now nobody wins. You're not providing the service, so your community doesn't receive the service. You're not accepting money, so you don't receive the benefit of providing the service to the community. You don't receive, you don't give. You're in this really weird limbo of not wanting to ask for what you deserve. And it's balance. And if people don't understand that, then maybe part of your work is understanding that you need to teach people the understanding of balance. Balance can come in a whole range of ways, but our human lizard brains understand money the easiest. So this thing that you have can really, really support you in this look of money. Like you've got this service that you can provide to this community. Is really highly valued from your community, really highly valued in your community. And if you allow people to pay you for it, you will live a very happy, comfortable life. You and everything you need, your community will provide for you. If you provide the service, the community will provide you with money to live as you deserve, as is your service. So it's this, I mean, you have the Ten of Cups and the Empress. So this is like quite clearly this service that you provide or you want to provide is really fulfilling for you. It's fulfilling emotionally for you and your community. And it also has the potential to be really fulfilling for you financially as well. You just have to allow it. So manifestation is energy. It is magic. Sure. Okay. It doesn't look physical because it's just you go, I kind of want, and then the thing appears for you. So that's where it gets really blurry, because people can't see the physical work that you do. But because you know the amount of work that you need to put into energetically to provide the service or to manifest this particular thing for the community. And just because people don't understand quite as much what you need to do and what you put in doesn't mean that they don't value it. Because they do value it, otherwise they'd be doing it themselves. They wouldn't be coming to you if they could do it themselves, and they can't, which means it's a skill set that people will pay for. And you should be paid for because balance. Okay, I have been ranting long enough. I'm going to leave it there for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye. Oh my god, my cat's in the way, sorry.